everyone! So welcome to another episode of, let me fix my camera before it falls. How do I apply this? So in today's episode we're going to be talking about, we're going to be highlighting the topic of highlighting. Did you see what I did there? Yeah, I know, I'm good. Anyway, I'm going to be talking to you guys about different products to highlight with, different brushes to highlight with, and the good things about highlighting and the pretty effects that highlighting can give to your skin. I have a feeling that this is going to be another one of those times where I have a lot of slurred speech times and I just sound very weird, just like my last video. Alright, so I'm going to begin with telling you guys some products that you can use to highlight and all the different types of highlighters, because there are a lot of different kinds of highlighters. So the type of highlighter that's most kind of known and the easiest to apply is powder highlighters that are kind of like pressed powders. Unfortunately, I don't really have any. The only kind that I have are kind of powders, creams, or ones that are in stick form. There's one that I can kind of recommend because half of it is kind of like a highlighter, and that's the Wet n Wild Mega Glow. It's meant to make your face glow, that's why it's in the name, but it has a bunch of stripes just like this, and if you use this pink and champagne color, you get a really pretty type of highlight. You just have to be careful because if you kind of touch a little bit of one of these colors, it's going to get dark. There are liquid highlighters. Some of them come in little bottles like this, or one of them does that I own. This is Benefit's High Beam. It looks just like this. It's just like a light cream, pinky, shimmery pink, and it comes in kind of like a nail polish style, so it has that kind of just paintbrush, nail polish brush. So for this one, in order to apply it, it comes out like that. You would want to dot it on your cheeks and then rub it in. There's also like liquid highlighters that you would use that you would kind of squeeze out. This is MAC's Luster Drops in, what is this? Pink Rebel. For this, there's a little bit of an eyedropper, so you would just like squeeze it and then a little drop would come out. And then you would just rub that straight on the area, or you could do a little dot on each cheek and rub it in with your fingers. There are stick highlighters, or stick colors that are lighter and shimmery. NARS has these things called multiples, and those are just stick versions of colors that you can use to highlight, contour, use as blush. The one that you can find at Target, that you can find by the company e.l.f. is their All Over Color Stick, and I mentioned this in my contour video because it's good for contouring for very fair skin. But if you have skin that's kind of like mine, that's kind of a little bit, you're missing just by a smidge the medium mark, this is really pretty as a highlighter. I actually wore this to work today, and if you want to go on my second channel, Miss Gabriella Rose, my vlog channel, I made a video recently, like today, of before and after work, and you can see the makeup that I wore before I went to work, and this was in that routine, and you can definitely see a pretty sheen on my cheeks. Alright, there are other versions of cream, like wheels, like color wheels like this. This is by Smashbox. And then there are mousses. This is Dior's Pro Cheeks, which is just like a mousse blush, where you would apply this with your finger on your cheeks, or you could dip your brush in there. Using blushes that are coming in these little pot kind of containers are easier to use because you can just dip your brush right in there. Then there are powder highlighters that you may not even know you have, but they work great as highlighters. And I'm talking about eyeshadows or pigments. One of the most famous pigments to highlighters that I know of is the MAC Vanilla pigment. This is so versatile. It's amazing. You can use this on your cheeks. You can put it in a little bit of water and spritz it all over like your, what is this area called? There's a French word for it, but I cannot remember it. But you would just spray it around your neck area, or just use it as eyeshadow, or use it to kind of add shimmer to lip glosses. It's very, very, very versatile, so I suggest this product. But you could use this as a highlighter, definitely. In fact, I'm going to be modeling this when I actually talk to you guys about how to apply highlighters. And then there are products that are just shimmery that you would never really think to use as highlighters, but you actually can. And this is by Mineral Fusion. It's their sparkling powder and gold dust. No, their gold dust sparkling powder. This is amazing. I talk about their company all the time. You guys are probably sick of it, so I'm going to stop. But those are just the type of highlighters that you're probably going to be seeing. I would be surprised if you saw any other form of a highlighter. But yeah, so now that we have that area covered, we're going to talk about how to apply highlighters. Now, something different from highlighters and bronzers is that the best way to apply a highlighter is with a fluffy brush, and that's because it's the easiest way to apply the highlighter because you have so much surface area with the brush. Of course, if you want more like densely packed brushes, I suggest something like this, Mineral Fusion Flawless Brush, Sonia Kashuk Powder Brush. I told you in the beginning I would make these mistakes. Look at your local CVS drugstores and find brushes from there. You can find the best tools at drugstores. Don't think you have to shop at MAC only. Alright, so you would just apply it like right up here, and it's really fluffy and easy to apply. So these are the best to apply it with. Just my opinion. You can try it out, experiment. That's how I came up to talk to you guys about all this stuff today, through my experimenting, things. So we're going to begin with applying the actual makeup, which you guys came here to see. So the highlighter that I'm going to be using today is going to be the Vanilla Pigment by MAC. So how you want to apply this, you don't want to dip it right into the actual product, but you want to give it a little bit of a shake, and then you just open it up. And you should see on the lid, it should be kind of coated with the powder. And that's all you need, because if you dip it in the jar, it's going to get messy, you're going to get way too much on your brush, and it's going to be a whole hot mess. So now we're going to start applying the actual product. Now, highlighters are a universal, amazing makeup product. What I'm going to be using it for today, and you can use it in other ways. Say you have a wider nose, you can apply a little bit down the nose and then some darker shades like on the sides of your nose. That'll kind of get rid of that wide nose effect if you're looking for something like that. If you want to kind of emphasize your chin a little bit more, you can put a little bit there. But what I use this mostly for, and what's the easiest, most common way of using a highlighter, is to emphasize those cheekbones, because some of us are not blessed with high cheekbones. So when you are blessed with that kind of a face, like if you're not blessed with high cheekbones and you want a way to kind of emphasize those, then highlighting them is a great way to. Think about highlighting a sentence in a book. You want to make them stand out and be more prominent and just look prettier. So we're going to work on that. So we're just going to dip our fluffy Essence of Beauty brush in the actual product. You want to have foundation on before this, but I don't have anything on right now because I got out of the shower an hour ago and my face is all cleansed. I don't want to put things on it. This is really small though, and I'll just wash it off later. So you don't want to smile for this. You just want to touch and feel your face. It's not very good to just touch your face. My hands are clean, but you want to actually search for your cheekbones. Everybody's going to have different bone structure. So if somebody in a video says put it right here and that's their cheekbone, it's not going to look the same on you because we all have different face and bone structures. So feel for the actual cheekbone. You'll definitely feel it, and then right at the top of it you'll notice the gap, and that's where your whole eye socket is. So I feel it and it's right here. So I'm going to take the powder and swipe it just like that. And then you just want to go like that. So you can see how beautiful and what a really quick glow we just got using this product. So do the same on the other cheek. And then once you actually highlight more often and you find yourself using highlighters and bronzers more often, you're going to know how your bone structure is. It's going to be easy. You can just swipe it on and go. But for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to do it that way. This same technique goes for any of these finishes of highlighters that I talked about today. The same exact technique, just look for those cheekbones and apply. So that's all I really wanted to cover in this video. And for those of you asking, this basics series is definitely going to include eyeshadow basics, eyeliner basics, eyebrow basics, mascara basics. It's going to be a very long series, and that's why I thought of it, and I thought this would be great. So I hope you guys are still enjoying it, and stick around for the next part of the series, which I still have to figure out which one's going to go next. I'm pretty sure it's going to go with blush because we're sticking to the whole face theme, but then we'll move into eyes, so don't worry. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao!